2, hypoxic. So this is the Hope Health, the Herb Jamison, 1001415. Hope Health. What the hell? To the emergency department regarding a Tara Meyer. Thank you for seeing this 35-year-old female for for the left lower lobe of pneumonia. She was seen in our clinic on March 9, 2020 due to concern of ongoing dyspnea and progressive plume spectrum over the past 3 days. She recently completed a treatment of diclocycline from March 2nd to the 8th, only ordered daily, not to BID. And prednisone from March 2nd to the 4th, ordered by her primary provider. She denies improvement with these treatments. The doctor there at the Hope Health only ever cares. I ordered a chest x-ray which demonstrated extensive ammonia on the left inferior lobe. There was no recent prior imaging available for compensation. I have ordered cyclophosphamide and dicloxylin due to her history of MRSA. Antibiotics are limited due to her prior anti-inflammatory to penicillin and amoxicillin. Same family, just amoxicillin and penicillin. At the time of this letter, she has not received her first dose. Spectrum samples were sent prior to administration of antibiotics. On her exam, her line oxidations were at 88%. Yeah, I just said that. This improved will respond to reposition to 94. She's fatigued but wakes easily and has no acute distress. Lung fills with discrete sounds to the left base but clear to the right. She's on Advair with no bronchospasms at the time. I recommend to nursing staff to monitor closely for hypoxia / worsening of dyspnea, and have left this letter if she requires transfer for management of ammonia. Thank you for bringing me a select nurse practitioner adult. Okay. At this time this letter was sent was on March 10th. Okay. Stat delivery. Chest x-ray. Left inferior lobe alveolar uplift in keeping with ammonia. No defined infusions. The right lung, pericardium, and reticulum are clear. The heart and mental structures appear normal. Pulmonary vascular is normal. The bone and extra stress of the soft tissue are normal. The left lung apoxy suspects of extensive ammonia on the left inferior lobe. Reported March 10th. Electrolyte sign. And this was stat delivery. This means, oh shit, something's going down. This is pointing to the medical positions. My name. Location, Mara. Stat delivery. Bring this late. Home mission health services. Yeah, that's a herb, by the way. And this was sent the same day I get the x-ray. They're like, stat delivery requested. I end up in the hospital. I couldn't breathe. Nowhere to lie. I can post the video. I sound like Darth Vader, because I was like, I can't breathe. And I was put on 7 liters of oxygen right away. I don't remember leaving the unit, the Herb Jamison. I remember them trying to wake me up. I'm just so tired. And I'm like, I'm so tired. And I was going hypoxic. So hypoxic means you can't get oxygen in your brain. Meaning, oh shit, she can't breathe. So when I got to the hospital, they found out double pneumonia in both lungs deteriorate that fast with RSV and influenza B. Was put in ICU and on oxygen and IV antibiotics. They just start whamming me like boom, 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 boom. Multiple IV antibiotics trying to catch up with this thing. And they're like, you almost died you're getting better. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting my appetite better. I'm getting woohoo good. I'm like, wait, I haven't gotten my period. He says, oh, don't worry about it. It's probably you're sick. I get out of the hospital. I'm like, and I'm off the IV antibiotics. I'm still on prednisone. I'm still on steroids. I am still have bronchospasms. But here's the kicker. I find out, I go to the nursing. I'm like, hey guys, remember how I was hypoxic and dyspnea? And says, yeah. And I end up in the hospital, almost dead. Yeah. Did they run a pregnancy test on me? They looked at me like, when was the last time you had sex, Tara? Why? Well, go piss in a cup and come bring it to us. I'm like, okay, no problem. Boom! 2 direct lines. I'm like, oh no. You know who the father is? Yep. Did you plan this? Yep. You're homeless. No fucking shit. You're pregnant. I'm like, I know. Why? How do you know? I'm like, I'm tired. I'm throwing up. I'm like, and I'm craving shit that I shouldn't be eating. What are you eating? I'm putting coffee with peanut butter, with sugar, with coffee whitener, and yogurt. Literally, staff looked at me and go, ugh, ugh. I'm like, I don't know. It's just a baby. It's just a baby. Don't mind me. It's just a baby. And then they're like, okay, we need to get you an ultrasound. And I'm out to here. And like, I have lost the babies, sadly. 3 babies. It would have been 2 girls and a boy. On March 9th, I went for my 9-week ultrasound. Or April 9th. For my 9-week plus ultrasound. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Oh my fucking God, it's 3 fucking babies. And these guys were very active with music. Very, very active with music. And they love telling Mama, hey, Mom, what? And they're not even born yet to kick my bladder. I had one little bugger up here because she was the quiet one up here. These 2 on the other hand was moving and kicking and kick. This one was kicking my bladder. And this one also too. But they were like a 3 compound. You know, cat. And I'm like, cause you could see these little freaking buggers moving around my stomach going, I'm gonna kick your mom. Even before I'm born. That's why I think babies these days are not normal. So, I was given 2 extra trays. And I sadly lost them. I just recently lost them. And if anybody you guys know, my stomach was like out to here and I was only like 11, 12 weeks. And now I'm all the way down here. I may seem very skinny, but I'm only 100 pounds and I'm 5'0". Yeah. So next time you see someone either disabled, crying or posting something or upload a video of going, what the hell is wrong with Hope Mission? You call this a medical facility, but you don't feed enough. Some of us need extra calcium, or we're lactose intolerant, or we just want a home. A home. But you make it like it's the goddamn worst thing ever. Katrina says, oh, you'll be housing in like 2-3 weeks. No problem. Because I came there bruised, battered, and tired. then I almost died. But whatever. I started collecting teddy bears to feel comfort. Because it's called a medical facility. What the hell kind of medical facility is that if you have no rights? If you get served by a letter saying you don't meet the medical requirements, but yeah, you almost died, but you're pregnant, but you don't meet medical requirements. What on earth does that make sense? You don't meet medical requirements. That's what I don't get. You don't meet medical requirements. Why don't I post this shit what you say to people? The stress. You know, I see this person, her leg has a gaping hole with pus and maggots. And she's in a walker. And she looks septic. But let's make her lay there in her own goddamn filth. Or with my medical training as a retired fire rescue, okay, I hope to God, Debbie, if you watch this video, this is kind of for you. When you are struggling to breathe, you use every muscle in your body. I mean even your abdominal muscle. Right here, okay? This lady is 75 years old. She's laying in pee and poo. I remember this exact date because I'm updating her. I'm like, hey, sweetie, you're in a wheelchair. I can't move. Because they built this area where let's put as many people as we can, but in the event of a fire, they'll get trampled on. So, anyway, I'm putting it, what the hell is this facility? So I told nursing, hey, I go to the desk. I'm like, hey, she doesn't look good. I do the 60 seconds of timing her breath. I'm like, oh shit. She's having deep abdominal breathing. Like, and she started not to make sound properly. She sounded like Death Vader is nothing compared to what she sounded like. Like, she sounded like she was dying. And I'm like, please, guys, call an ambulance. No, we can't do that. I'm like, why the hell not? She's dying. What the hell? What kind of medical facility? And they're like, Tara, can you wash her? I gotta go deal with someone else. I live here. Yes, but you are the only one that's medically trained. If someone goes in hypoxic or dyspnea, or has abdominal breathing. How long do I have to stay up? 12 hours until the late morning until we can get her to the clinic. I honestly said my medical opinion. I don't think she's going to make it to the morning. Well, she has to. I'm like, I don't work for you guys. I make my own decision. I became friends with the doors. People, they don't get paid much. That night, I seen this poor woman struggle. I get nursing. I'm like, hey. I look at her. I'm like, her O2 is probably 88, 89 at most. She has lower, deep abdominal breathing. This is okay. What else do you notice? She is pale. She is blue in the lids. And she's sitting in pee and her fecal. She lost full control of her bowel functions. Yes, she is a wheelchair like me. You're like, how are you talking and what are you doing on the phone right now? I'm actually just checking something in my body. It's called Scooter. So anyway, 2:30 comes by. Ooh. And I'm trying to make this bed not to move. 2:30 goes by, and I haven't had any fucking sleep. And I'm like, boom, 3:15 wakes up, and I'm like, and she's barely making a sound. And I notice right here, deep abdominal, and I can see this 75-year-old struggling to catch any breath. I'm like, hop in my chair, book it down, And I got to the front desk, and I'm like, hey, you want someone to die here in your health facility? Because this will be the 4th person that they die. They like hiding it. He says, okay, we'll get medical staff. I'm like, she's sitting in her pee and her poo. Respect the elders. Respect seniors. Respect someone that knows medical training. So they're like, okay, calm down, Tara. Medical staff comes and says, oh my God, Tara, you were right. I'm like, I need a timer. I'm like, 60 or 30? Should I do 60? I'm like, why are you asking me? I've been up for 3.5 hours watching this poor patient die in front of me. I'm saying go 30. She says, no, let's do 60 timer. So you can time someone's breath by respiratory per rate by 60 seconds to 30 seconds. 30 seconds, you know it's critical. She first do 60 seconds. She says, shoot, I don't have my O2. I pulled my O2 monitor. It's like just a finger probe. And I'm like, here. Says, oh, you're handy, Tara. I'm like, you're welcome. And she's at 81, 82% oxygen. Says, how did you call that? I'm like, I've been watching her like you told me to do. Says, oh yeah, sorry, Tara. I blanked out. I'm like, she says, okay, I'm gonna talk to the one of the nurses and see if we can get her to the hospital. They come there and they're doing pressure points on a 75-year-old, like sternum rub, collarbone pull, arm fucking pulling. What the fuck is arm pulling supposed to do when you're hypoxic and you're struggling, you're dying of breath? My mother is like, oh my God. I'm like, can you at least get her a blanket? She's shaking. She's cold. She's probably going in shock, you dumbasses. My staff's trying to pull this blanket. I'm like, just put a blanket on top of her. Give her some decency. She's 75 fucking years old. And I'm like, okay. She's an avid Oilers fan. And I'm like, okay, just keep talking to her. Try to keep talking to her. Even if she's not there, I know just to keep talking to her. And I woke up at 4:03. Boom, I'm up, and I'm like, look at her. She's right by my bed. And I'm like, oh my God. I went up to her. I see very heavy, struggling to breathe. I then went to 30 seconds. And I'm only getting 100 breaths per minute. That is whoa shit. And I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna die if I don't do something. And I once again get in my chair. I book it to the desk, and they're like, Tara, what's going on now? I'm like, she's dying. I can't do this while you're gonna let someone die. Does she have a DNR order? Yes. Well, you're gonna kill her soon. Says, do we need medical staff for them? I'm like, yep. I go to the door people. I'm like, hey guys, how much can I pay you guys if you allow me to call a fucking ambulance? He says, what? I'll order pizza or do whatever. Let me call an ambulance and let them come in. I says, how bad is it there? Give us the 6. She has abdominal breathing. She is respiratory distress, extreme. Okay? If nursing doesn't come there, we'll have your 6, Tara. Okay, thank you. I'm waiting for nursing. They come and she says, we can't do anything. We can't call an ambulance. I'm like, then let me fucking call an ambulance. She's gonna die before morning. I need sleep. I'm cranky. I'm tired. But I'm like, my mind's going, she's at maybe 76 room air. And she's like, okay, timer 30 seconds. I'm like, it's 100 breaths, maybe. Her O2 is 81 at most. She is dying. Wake up. She's not able to breathe. You're like, okay. I'm starting to get pissed. They go by and this is, they gave her fucking Tylenol. What the fuck is that supposed to do? She has a fever of 39.6. They gave her Tylenol. So that's all we can do until morning. I'm like, she's not gonna make it to fucking morning. And the nurse comes to me and says, Tara, off the books? I'm like, yeah. This is becoming a first responder to first responder. I'm like, okay. This is total off the books. I'm like, okay. Call an ambulance. I'm like, why can't you? They won't allow me. I know she's gonna die before morning. Okay. I had Hope Mission Nursing tell me to call 911. I'm like, they're gonna block the ambulance. Do you want me to use as my body and my chair as a blockade to get this ambulance in there? Do I have permission? She says, off the books, do it. Before we have another death in the shelter that we may not be able to hide soon. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I went to the door. I'm like, hey, I'm on the phone with 911 for this bed. I need you to help me become my blockade. I'm in my chair, in my cushion, and I said, help me. And I'll order you pizza if you help me save a life. Says, how bad? She's dying in a bed, and I can't live with this if she dies. She's 75 years old, a deep Oilers fan. And this is supposed to be Hope Mission, Herb Jamison Medical Facility. And I have, off the books, nursing tell me to call 911. Because they're denying the nursing to call an ambulance. You fucking assholes. I almost lose my foot. Okay? Your foot's supposed to look like this. My foot went like that. Let's put a bandage, like a gauze. So my foot's like this. So they put a bandage and my foot's like this. But let's not call an ambulance. Let's wait until 8:30 the next shift. 8:30 is when the evening nursing comes. And we're like, oh my God, her toes are fucking blue. I go to the hospital. I'm rushed right into a trauma. IV started. Boom. They're like, you almost lost your foot. When did this happen? Like in the morning? Why didn't they do anything? So think of that. They leave a foot that was not like, supposed to be normally like this. Like that. So, your foot's not supposed to be at 9-degree angle. I'm giving you a complex of how the nursing works. At 8:30 at night, my foot's like this, and I'm screaming, and I'm crying in pain. It takes a lot for me to scream in pain. And there's this lady right by me in Linda Purchase. She has severe dementia. God love her. You know, she's been on the street since 80. She's 83, I think. My heart went out to her. Some days she had good days. A lot of days she had good days. Remembering certain things. But she got scammed by a lot of people. And I start calling her Mama. Because you treat your elders with respect. She's holding me up. And I'm throwing up. I'm retching. I'm like, I can't deal with this pain. I can't. And they're like, so that gives you an idea how bad the nursing staff is. Some are good. Some are really amazing. So this door staff helped me become a blockade. The staff at the desk start noticing what I'm doing. So they start making these medical doors where there's a button on the bottom, button on the top. Like walkers and wheelchairs. I'm like, hey, that's fun. It's really fun. The staff comes and sees me with the ambulance. Well, first the fire department. And I'm like, fuck off. That's my first word come to the staff. Fuck you. This is my crew. Fuck off. This is my call. Is this for you? Nope. Lay this dying in that bed. That's not your call. Well, Unless you want me to broadcast this through the fucking Canadian government, how you want to let someone die of hypoxia in your fucking center. Move out of my fucking way. And I literally said, do it. And I had my hand on the chair. I showed prominence. Like, hey, I'm serious. I'm fucking move out of my way. So they're like, okay, let them through. Says, and my fire rescue looks at me and says, down there, you got a gain here. I'm like, I don't got gain. I got the 6 on some of my staff. Says, who gave you the order to call the fire department /911? Can't say it's off the books. Off the books? I'm like, nursing. What? And they said off the books. I'm like, They're making you call. They go to this poor lady's bed. Her oxygen, and I'm telling them detailed description, everything that's going on. They're like, maybe she's overreacting. She's fire rescue. We're like, oh my God, she's dying. Check her O2, get a line, is she responding to anything? I'm like, no, they did a pole arm thing. I'm a 75-year-old. I'm like, yeah. They did a sternum rub? Yep. Sternum rub. I better pull my cross out so I know this doesn't hurt. So sternum rub. Okay. I'm just remembering my cross, guys. Is you take your fist like this, your knuckles, and you go. I'm not doing it because I have bruised collarbone. It's because my chest was crooked. And then I did this. I'm like, pressure upon on the shoulder and the fucking nail cuticle. And she's not responding to all. I'm like, no. And they also yanked her fucking shoulder, so you may have to get that checked out too. She's 75 years old. A deep spoiler fan. And I'm like, oh my God. And they checked, and she's barely breathing. Says, okay, we need an ambulance here, like 2 hours ago. Says, I know, Tara, just calm, just get some sleep. It's 5:15 in the morning. I'm like, not until I know she gets full medical. Says, once a firefighter, rescue, you'll never stop. That's my key thing here, is advocacy. She got rushed to the hospital. A couple days later, I end up finding this cool place. I tried to apply for it with this old lady that, my heart broke for her. She is losing her mind. She has dementia. May she always be a part of my life. I had a couple times help her to get her insulin pen. A couple times I've had to help her get her insulin pen. Sometimes I had to give her dose of insulin pen. And sometimes, because I know how to work an insulin pen and how much she takes. After I did this big stunt, I have Hope Mission on business check, and they says, you're not supposed to do this. I'm like, you're not supposed to let people die in your fucking shelter either. Look, all these fucking junction boxes after junction boxes. I know what rules you're trying to hide and what you're trying to hide. Don't fucking around me. You want to keep failing fire alarms? Go ahead. I don't want to be a part of it. But when you fuck with someone's health, I'll be part of it. So I get this place. But sadly, the lady that I went with, she didn't get approved. Her credit. And this is when she had a very bad day. Okay? Dementia people, they have good days and their bad days. She didn't have a good day. She was in distraught. She didn't recognize me. She just wanted to die. Because I had to tell her, hey, Mama, what? I'm sorry. You can't move in with me. You're not allowed. She says, what? She says, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not okay. You shouldn't be on the streets with dementia. And I know you don't want to go in a senior home, but they're forcing her trying to go on a senior home. So I knew the next couple of days was going to be rough for her. I didn't know it was going to be this fucking rough. She starts crying and looking at me and said, calling me by her daughter. I'm like, what the fuck? So after this big stunt, and she says, hey, you did the right thing. I'm still mad at you, but I understand. I'm sorry. It's okay. I still talk to her. And she realized she made a mistake. So, on camera. So imagine that corner. It's a camera. There. And it's directly this way. I don't know how it points where the fight was or where my bed is. It means, what? Security cameras face our naked bodies when we're treated? Or we have an incontinent problem? So, in the end, the supervisor comes up and says, we know you stole something from her. I'm like, from who? I'm like, we shared lockers, we had stuff in the bin, and I check up on her. What did I supposedly steal? Her insulin pen. I'm like, what? And this is the supervisor come up to me and says, I'm giving you tough love. You're bound for 6 months. I'm like, I didn't take anything. I'm giving her back her stuff that she left on my bed. She has dementia. I swear on my kid's life, I wouldn't take a necessity of life. As the day staff, we had stuff together. Stuff together. If I wanted to take her shit, why would I take a diabetic pen with insulin? I'm not diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic. But yeah. Says now we see it on camera. Like, how the fuck do you see it? The board goes up to here. So you see my arm. That's about here. Board goes up to here. But it can see right down where the bed is. So I'm looking at the camera like, bullshit, this is about the fucking ambulance. And the fire department says, I'm like, what is that? It says, the books? Yes. On the books? The diabetic pen. So you're banning me for a falsifying report. Yes. Check my bags. Check my medical bag. Check everything. You won't find shit of hers. And then I'm like, right there. Check it. Go ahead. Fucking do it. And then I dump my whole bag on the bed. Where is it? Where is the diabetic pen? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm moving out anyway. I got a place. This all served because she has dementia. And she got denied because of her card. I didn't take it. It says, off the books. The ambulance. Off the books. Ambulance. On the books. Insulin pen. I'm like, do you know that that's, if ever I have a hardship or another, fuck up of someone breaks in my place, I get kidnapped, I lose my place, how am I going to end up trusting you guys to find another place? You found this place on your own. Let's see the lease agreement. Like, here's the lease agreement. Why do I have to show you that? But okay. So if I'll move it to May 1st, I can't let someone that's a retired fire rescue also confined in a chair, also with a helmet. And they're like, why are you not wearing your helmet anyway? I'm like, because I don't want to be an outcast. Okay, but any hits your head, you can die. You fall and you hit your head, you're dead. I'm like, yeah, but you guys denied my transfer board. Yes, I heard about that. I am sorry that miscommunication happened. And then I'm like, I get here January. We're in April/May, and you get these letters out of, hey, fuck you, you can't be here. How many more people has to die before Home Mission is posted about this shit? So the reason why I'm bringing up these three people, Linda has a breakdown. She has dementia. She was sent to Karis. Staff saw that she had myself, some of her stuff in the bin. I'm caring enough. I'm like, hey, I just want to state, she does have stuff in this locker. I don't want to cause an argument. Can you take her stuff so that she doesn't forget it? He says, you really do care about her. I'm like, yes. Also, she left her picture with her phone book on my bed. Here you go. He says, I'm trying to be an equal person. So I get this notice. He says, I'm giving you tough love. I'm like, And they never found the guy back then. But guess what? She messaged me a week after I moved out of there. Because I fucking was at the top of my head. I'm like, I can't handle it. I called my best friend. I'm like, hey, I need a truck now. Come now. No. He says, okay, I'm coming. You're moving? I'm like, yep. You got nothing to move in. I'm like, yep. He says, can you do it? I'm like, yep. I need to get the fuck out. I'm taking out 9-10 bags. The stuff says, how the hell did he pull this one off, Sarah? I'm like, fire rescue always knows how to compress, compie, and never leave without my shit. So the more of the story, I'm not going quiet anymore about home mission. I went around downtown. I asked a lot of people, did you ever see this person? God, no. I've only seen 2 people. One that's still been there for 3.5 years. One is a staff member. I'm like, but he acts like he doesn't work there, but now he works there. And I'm not saying I'm a good person, but if I waited for housing like other people did, 3 to 6 years is the minimal wait list for home mission. But here's the tricky part. It's called transition housing, called immigration hall. They'll just send them there. It's a room and a bathroom. A room and a bathroom. They have to go to the community kitchen. I found this home on my own, with a chair. On my own, with a chair. With helmet issue, cognitive issue, speech issue, hearing issue, stroke, heart attack, sight. You name it, I have it. Fuck. Look at all my medications. I'm on a high protein, high calorie diet. You can't get those at the shelter. It's mostly fucking spicy shit. Or I got food poisoning. It's a different kind of food poisoning. It's not staphylococcus or something. I find this out because in September I end up having a 45-minute static epileptic non-stop seizure. Those can turn very deadly very fast. But thank God I was in that. Friday though, not everybody has to be no working legs. I have muscular dystrophy advance. I have scoliosis. I had a 3-story building collapse on me. I watched my captain die. I smelt burned bodies. Black Blood Bush was the most disturbing one because we couldn't confirm how many people actually died. It comes chart A, B, C, D, and unknown. Let's play puzzle with feet and hands and stuff that not normal people can understand. You don't ever get out of that rescue mode. But when you have people come up to you years after, I've only been retired going quite a few years. But I have people come up to me and say, hey, holy shit. Do you remember? I'm like, yes, I do. How are you? I'm okay. Like, look, my burns are healed. I didn't have a proper home or proper care, so they constricted my legs inwards. But I'm okay. I want to be like you. Why are you in the chair? I've had a building collapse on me. And they're like, a what? I'm like, it was a factory explosion that took me out. A dirty fucking owner that took me out. Out of my game. But then I'm like, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to walk again. Mark Monahan then came in my life and says, you want to walk? Get out of that chair. I had a custom $35,000 chair. I start doing weed. We all do fucking weed. Yay! Because, you know, if we all don't do weed, then we're not all fucked up. I do weed to manage my pain because I'm on Entex 30s, codeine, phosphate, and morphine. I have a hole in my back. You know, not everybody's fucking paraplegic, by the way. I just want to say that. I also have percussion damage in my ear. And you're wondering why she has no teeth. Domestic violence survivor. Donk! Choking my tooth. Just note that there's other resources. And if you are determined to get off the streets, don't listen to this propaganda of fucking hope failure. I have heard so many people downtown call it the hope failure. I literally got contacted by my old crew, and it's like, we're doing another fire alarm Sarah, and I'll be there in about 5 minutes. I'm like, 3, and my close people that I have, they're like, can you warn us so that we can start heading to the door? I'm like, yeah, 3. Oh, it's happening right now? Yep. 2. Are they can pull the alarm at the district? I'm like, nope, because this is a shelter. 2, 1, and boom, the alarm goes off. It says, oh, hi, you better get out, because stop's not going to help us. Because I like how last time they let someone use the bathroom, but, you know, the fire alarm's going off. And they're like, get out, Tara. No. Get out. No. Get out. No. Battle axe out. No. And then nursing comes up. Where's your jacket? The fire department looks at her and like, an event of a fire. I know his face. He was like, I'm like, it's on this bed. I give my bed number. And then he looks and he sees a nursing is getting the bathroom to someone's like, okay, I'm pissed. Second time the fire alarm goes off, it's spring, nice warm weather. We failed it miserably. They drop everybody at the handicap, you know, wheelchairs, walkers, right at the front door, but they go to the muster point. And I'm right in the front, and I see my old crew, and I'm laughing like, and I'm like, hold up, oh shit, hide me, please. And I see this rookie, I'm like, hey, can I have a Halligan and that axe? And the lieutenant looks at me and was like, the commandant firefighter says, no battle axe. Everybody on the street looks, and I'm like, who's battle axe? And they all go, her. And they all pointed, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, guys. She's fire rescue? Yeah, she's known all through Canada by battle axe. Piss her off. She'll take down the whole fucking door and the other door. And they look at me and says, you guys are here trampling, but the team is at the muster point. The staff is at the muster point. Like, I know, across the street. Do they partially evacuated? Okay, we got to give them a little bit of credit there. I'm like, yep. Get their asses to the muster point, so if we fucking die, you'll have a trample, and You guys will die of smoke inhalation. Like, I know. So, Herb Jamison has a medical area. Upstairs is the non-medical area. That's over 3. And then they have recovery beds for overdoses. They also have monitors like the EMS. There's only one staff that always says, speak the truth, Darren. He actually went beyond the doubt. And I don't know if he still works there, but Dylan, if you watch this, I always want to say thank you for never giving up and saving my life that day back in September. When I told him, like, hey, I've been off my epileptic seizure meds for 2.5 days. It's September long weekend. And he says, oh, shit. That's deadly. We need to get your meds now. Like, we should have had it yesterday. I'm like, Go put your head down. I'm like, what if I felt my aura? Scream. Get her attention. I'll be on high alert. Even though I'm back here now, I'll be on high alert. If I hear anybody say seizure, I'll know it's you. But let's just hopefully we can get your meds before you collapse and almost die on me, please. Like, if someone happens to me, just make sure my phone doesn't get stolen in my blood pressure machine. He says, I'm still sorry that I don't know why that guy took off with your blood pressure machine. I'm like, I don't know. I have something called afibrillation. My heart splutters. The valves don't close properly. So I felt my arm like, what's that? And my head turns. I'm like, I look at this lady. I'm like, help. Says, why? And I'm like, looking over my belt. And I'm like, and that's the last thing I remember. Dylan explained, the staff explained that after I got back from the hospital, and I was admitted, by the way, because your levels go up when you have a seizure. So they'll know if you're having a fake one or with epilepsy, there's a level of enzymes in your body that go whoop, up and skyrockets. Or if you have a brain bleed, and then it causes a seizure because it's called cranial pressure. They'll also see the enzyme go up. So that's what happened this past Friday at ball hockey at the YMCA. I hit my head, and I had a small blade. It's called, not a widowmaker, but the silent killer, a silent night. Because not many people know that the slowly bleeding can cause a stroke, heart attack, death, easily a death. I see more people get killed by the silent killer than the widowmaker. The widowmaker is the heart. The silent killer is the brain. So I'm in the hospital and they're giving me thiamine. I'm in ICU. I wake up and I'm thinking, it's the same day that I had the seizure. No. And I realize I'm on a vent. And I'm like, blink, blink. And nurse says, you're on a ventilator. You're in ICU. Do you understand me? And she says, she understands the 2 blinks. The one nurse says, holy shit, she's done this before. But not this bad, I'm guessing. But I guess she's been on the vent. Yes, you are okay. Okay, you got a tube in your mouth for your breathing. You got a tube for your nose, for your stomach. Do you understand? So you blink 2 for yes, 1 for no. Says, yeah, she understands. So for a good half of that day, I was on the vent still. They're like giving me meds, like Kepra, and they're like, okay, it's been a day and a half. You on the ventilator. Do you want to try getting off of it? No. Serious. Do you want to try breathing on your own? And I said no. If you don't understand the blinks, 2 for yes, 1 for no. It says, are you scared? And I blinked twice. Yes. What happened? And honestly, when you wake up on a vent and you're in critical care, and you're looking around using your eyes, and you see all these machines, the vent, the machine that keeps you alive, medication, the Capra medication, the thiamine, the iron, the yellow bag. All these medications are going. Because I had an IV in this arm, IV in this arm, and an IV in my foot. They said. So halfway through that day, I was finally extubated. They said, do you know what day it is? I'm like, no. Well, this is the second day you've been on the life support, but now you're off of it. How do you feel? Oh. That's what I had to say. Oh. You had a brain bleed. Did you hit your head recently? I'm like, yeah. I'm not gonna go. A week and a half. Why didn't, I'm like, my friend called, and called when I was on the phone, because I'm like, wee, dun. And he heard the thunk on my head. So that's right there where I had the brain bleed. So he calls 911, and I'm like, he's like, oh my God. He gets the call. He's 256 feet. 256 feet in the fucking air. He says, do you know her? Yes. What's her name? This. It's in my phone. Okay. It's in my phone. It's in my phone. What's going on? You're freaking me out. Well, she's on a vent. She's stable. What the hell happened? She dropped like a log. She's stiff. She went in rigor. She had a brain bleed. They didn't tell him any of this until I woke up. They said they didn't think I was going to wake up because I had something called a silent killer. They said maybe 2-3 minutes, I would have been dead. Like, cool. They're like, don't say cool. I'm like, awesome. Don't say that. And I just started to cry. And like, why do I keep surviving this shit? You had the silent killer, the brain bleed. That is why your speech slurred. And then you collapsed. And you went stiff. And you had a massive convulsion. Seizure, epilepsy. Your seizures are going to kill you if you don't wear your helmet. I'm like, okay, I'll go home and put my Fox helmet back on. He says, you're not taking this serious, are you? I'm like, death is always around the corner. It's just how you deal with life. Excuse me, what? Death is always around the corner. You can't cheat death, but I have been cheating death. You can only cheat so many times death. Says, it is not a normal fire rescue call, Tara. This is your life. I'm like, uh-huh. Your point is, you almost died. If you were alone, if you were home, you would have died. Why did you think going all the way downtown? I'm like, one, it depends. I didn't know I had a silent killer brain bleed. 2, I didn't think anything was gonna happen. Because you mix that mixture, silent killer, the brain bleed, called a SIP, like a blood vessel that leaks slowly, and put the cranial pressure, your brain go ping, misfire, and has an epileptic spell. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, should I take this serious? And then I just start crying. And I'm crying, and I'm crying, and I'm crying. And I'm like, I just want to go home. It says, you're not suicidal, are you? I'm like, no. And I broke down and more crying. I'm like, I want my daddy. I'm like, when someone that terrifying happens, and then you talk to people, and you're like, yeah, what happened? They're like, you dropped like a log. People thought you just dropped dead. And like, technically that almost did happen. So what I'm saying is, take the risk. Take what you want, but you know what? Don't ever count on someone that's going to help you. Well, I'm a person that's hard to ask for help. I don't like asking, hey, I can't reach that. Let's fucking monkey climb. Because I have big upper strength. Linda's seen this because we don't call a handicap van. I grab the holy shit handle and I fling my body in. That sounds very bad, but yes, that's what I do in my wheelchair. I said, it filled up. Whing! He says, why didn't you call a wheelchair man? I'm like, it would have taken 2-3 hours. I said, okay. So now they want me to wear a helmet again. I'm like, okay, I'll go home and wear my Fox helmet. He says, are you serious? No. Are you going to make sure you don't hit your head? Nope. I'm like, then what's life? If I have to be conscious of hitting my head or seizures or heart attacks or strokes, it's not life. It's medical. It's a medical life. Everything will feel like I can't breathe. I can't live. I can't do anything without dying. That's not life. Live to the fullest. Live like you're dying, because I am dying. It's a slow, fucking painful death. But what I'm saying is, doctors might say one thing, but I'm here today to tell you, I'm a different story. I have defied most medical knowledge, and I've had doctors go, how are you still alive? How are you talking? How are you breathing? I'm like, I don't know. I've had times I've rolled in to St. Albert Emergency Department and I had a DVT. I'm like, I have this lump on my arm and I know it's a blood clot. Can you just get rid of it? They look at me like, one, okay, your blood pressure is weirdly low. I'm like, yeah, it's called, I have AFib. I'm also sitting in my new doctor's office. And I'm like, start sweating. I'm like, okay. And he says, are you having a flutter? I'm like, mm-hmm. He puts a flutter. My heart's beating 136 beats per minute. He says, do you want some do you have your baby aspirin? And I'm like, run battle, run battle, run battle. That's what I'm like doing in my day. Run battle, run battle. Oh, there it is. Did you not just do that in front of me? I'm like, nope. You gotta take things. Well, we gotta get this heart situation, why you're tachycardiac, and how you just went in a flutter right in front of me. I don't know. You ask that. I don't. It's like, this is gonna be a heart patient. I know this. I'm like, good luck. Maybe force you with you. So what I'm saying is, take some advice from me. Live life. Enjoy life. Have fun. But note to self, one day everything can change. Your life can change. My life has changed. I have fallen through fires. I have fallen through buildings. I ran into buildings. And I saved lives. I pulled people from homeless, from burning tents. And I said, even though it says fire retardant, it's not really fire retardant. And I get to that point in life and I'm like, where do I draw the line? And this is where I'm drawing the line. Hope Mission, you need to hold accountability. Because I recently talked to the woman, and she says, oh, I did find it. You were right. It was in my blue backpack. And I said to her, I'm glad you found it, sweetie. Because you can't ever live without your diabetic pen. You don't understand that? She says, yeah, I know. I'm sorry if it caused you a hassle. I'm like, it's okay. Did you find anything else? I still have the flamingo and the Yorkies. I'm like, what about the guy that you love? I think he's scamming me. I'm like, well, don't jump the gun about that. If he loves you, he loves you. He says, thank you. Like, you're the only person I could understand what I go through. I'm like, it's okay. I'll never say to her, hey, with that report of you saying I took shit from you is hitting me in the ass. But you know what? Hope Mission, be accountable. Because nobody of the 350 people that I've interviewed on the streets never recognized anybody except that one person that got punched. But you fucking favor him like he's the goddamn king of fucking England. Where's the justice in this? A woman that has dementia breaks down and, can barely walk, but she goes to care because she can't handle being integrated around men. You ban people for 6-7 months. Well, what the fuck are they supposed to do when winter hits? You're going to turn them away? Or going to say, oh, no, you don't meet medical criteria. Or some people that, has a dead leg. My friend Willie from British Columbia. But he ends up on the streets because he doesn't meet medical criteria. We have to look out for each other. Look out for one person that's right beside you because you don't know what they're going through. And they look normal and look healthy. What is this life? Heart, rubber, wheelchair, meds, epi, breathing. What's my other breathing machine? My other breather. This is meds. Pain, melatonin, cold, quick dissolve, pain, unison, sleep, Pepto, 3 different pain meds. Where could my life be if I didn't fight for everything I believe in? I have all these scars. And every scar has a story. But do you have a story? So let's come forward and break the silence. This is what the video is about. Breaking the silence of the victims. We are called Edmonton for a reason. So I hope this video, you come and watch this video that's been an hour. And I want you to know that person you're sitting right beside the bus may be smelly, maybe dirty, maybe has some funky hair or not brushed hair. But don't judge them. Don't think, you don't know what they're going through. They may have a home, but may not have a proper home. They may be struggling with addictions. They may be struggling with a loss. They may be struggling with a medical issue that makes it hard to pick up a brush, to pick up certain things. They may suffer with family issues or homelessness. This place that I have, I found it on my own. No help from Hope Mission. No help from any of the teams. You got to do it yourself, but you got to look at that person right beside you. So next time you sit on that bus, and if you see someone, like this, or you're like, to have the headphones blasting, and their hair's a mess, or their clothes a mess, don't judge them. Give them a smile. Say, hey, how are you? Or just say, how's things? Or just give them a bottle of water. Or say, hey, you okay? Simple things you can do can change 1,000 lives. What I used to tell my crew, one thing you do can make 1,000 lives different. And I want you to remember that. I still use that every day. I have countless people come up to me and says, hey, thank you for saving my life. No problem. And you don't ever get out of that life of firefighting. You don't ever get out of that life of fire rescue. I wish, 100% I wish I could go back to work. But I now do arson investigations. It's fun, but I'm not right on the site. I'm there after the fact. But I can see burn patterns. I can see how things burned. I've had friends that have seen me through my career running into burning buildings with my crew to save lives. I was pulling someone out of a burning building, and I remember him saying, your ex was stumbling out of the building and you're carrying a person out of the building. And next thing I seen was you run back in. After you give this person oxygen and give her a life, you run in, and I heard the firefighter says, mayday, 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 explosion, explosion, explosion. Boom, the building goes, half the floor gone. And my whole mind goes. And I hear my friend explaining this, and I'm like, what does your mind go? And you kind of just stop there, huh? Can you give me more details? My mind stops, and I'm like, okay. And then I drop to my knees, and I'm like, oh my God, did I just watch my best friend die in an explosion? And then I'm trying to listen to that radio of that PAS system you told me, that if your body doesn't move. And I start hearing multiple beep, 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 beep. And it's like a percussion, like multiple of them going off. But then I start seeing one firefighter staggering out of the explosion. Another one staggering out. Another one is staggering out. I'm like, yes, but do you also notice we're following the hose? Says, I didn't notice that at first until I'm waiting for you, because I knew where you were in the time of the explosion, and my mind was running. I'm like, oh my God, did I just watch my best friend die? I'm the craziest fucker, but you're more crazier than me. You're running in burning buildings when people are staggering out. Like, yeah, that's part of the job. But then I'm hearing this multi-alarm system and calling, evacuate, 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 mayday, 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 boom. I'm like, so? It's part of life. Part of being fire rescue. We're hot. We're like, we don't care if we end up dying on the job, but we care if that person doesn't die on the job. We care about our six. We care about that person, that kid, this teddy bear. That's why when firefighters come to a fire call, okay, we look around. Watch next time you ever have to see a house fire. We look around. You know why? We look for pillows, teddies outside the fucking window. Because now you have less than 2 minutes to get out of your house before a fire. 40s, 50s, and 60s, you had up to 15 minutes now. At that time, you have less than 2 to 3 minutes to get out before you're killed by smoke or trampling. I don't like the odds. But remember what I say. One life you change by either water talking to them or saying, hey, or holding that door and says, how can I help you? Doesn't matter where your life is. We all come the same person. It's what you do. That one thing saying, hey, here's the water. Look like you're thirsty. Have a good day. Or sitting there like, hey, what's up? What's going on? You need someone to talk to? And you flag security, like peace officers, like, hey, I don't like this. I'm fire rescue, and she's sitting on this bench for fucking 6.5 hours. Come on, dudes. Oh, well, she's a frequent person down here. I'm like, I don't care. She's a human being. And I thought, she collapsed on the ground. And they're like, well, we can't do anything. I'm like, give me your fucking gloves then. And they're like, okay. And like, I started doing compressions on her. I'm like, do you have respite care? Or like, I don't know what she has. Like, does she have medical issues? What? You don't know what that person's going through. PTSD, depression, schizophrenic, autism. Even autism is very hard to see these days. Mental health is very hard to see. Physical health, judgmental, police enforcement. That's a different topic right there, but I just want to state, we're not all heroes, but we can change one life by just saying, hey, you look good today. How are you doing? Or holding that door. Or they drop something and they're struggling to pick it up and says, hey, I'm gonna help you. And you pick it up for them. One life you change, or one thing you do, can make 1,000 lives different. I want you to think about that and simmer on it. So this is gonna be my start of my long videos of saying, never give up. Because I haven't given up on myself yet. I wanted to. A lot of times, many times. A hell of times. I've kicked a chair. I've hung myself. I kicked that chair. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know suicide then. I've done it. I won the t-shirt and I came back to life. And I fought fucking stronger. But remember, the kid you bully, or that person that's crying, or the person that doesn't look good, could be going through the worst thing in their lives. So please, remember that. It doesn't matter what you think, what actions you do can change 1,000 lives. So, talk to you later, guys. Bye. Bear with Nancy.